Welcome back to my channel. It's Andrew Moore again, and thank you for being here and tuning in to another week of fantasticness and such. Anywho, we are gonna dive into the makeups and shit I hate. Today is going to be a lovely, excuse me, I just had Popeyes, so I'm feeling my olds right now. So today's gonna be a lovely anti-haul, the things that I do not like and do not recommend to anybody out there. So hang tight for just a minute and let me grab some products I want to show you. Okay, so the first thing that I do not like at all would have to be this NARS translucent setting powder. I found it to be too sparkly. It has like a sparkly shimmer to it, and I just found like it didn't really set my foundation well enough. I guess I need a thicker setting powder because this was just too thin and I still had the creasing under the eyes. Honestly, the only powder that I recommend to get rid of creasing completely is definitely the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. That is completely an A+, but for, you know, $30-something, this NARS was just not cutting it for me. Next we have the Stila One Step. It's supposed to have like all these different colors in it to color correct your skin and get it ready for makeup. However, I feel like when you put this on, it makes your makeup turn out horrible. Maybe I'm just using it incorrectly. I mean, first of all, I don't feel like it does anything. My skin looks exactly the same. And second, I feel like when I put makeup on top of it, it makes my makeup all patchy. So, next. Okay, so many of you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I don't like the Tarte, like the OG Tarte concealer. I think it's so thick and heavy. I find it to be extremely creasy. Like, it says creaseless concealer and it just creases so much and it's just so creamy. Maybe it's better for like, well actually I do have dry skin, so I would think this would be good for dry skin. It's creamy. But I found it to be really creasy and I did not like it. I wouldn't say this is like a total fuck up, but I did not think it was worth the money, and I love the Shape Tape. I think it brings the best coverage of this with the best quality of other makeup concealers, which is that they don't crease. So definitely get the Shape Tape, don't get that. This one pains me so much to say, but the Tom Ford bronzer, it's like $80 and I just found it to be so worthless. I find it to go on patchy, to not have like a smooth, lovely contour ability. I don't know, I just didn't find it to be consistent with the formula. There was no consistency. I didn't find it to work very well. I found it to be extremely tiny for the money. You get 0.31 ounces, and I just barely used it, and you can already barely see the TF, which means that the pan is very, very, very thin and tiny. Little itty bitty pan for $80. Why spend $80 when you can spend 25 or 30 on a Hoola whatever bronzer from Benefit and get fantastic results. Another miss for me was this Marc Jacobs eyelash stuff. If you open it up, I got this gorgeous purple. It's so pretty. I love it. It's just like a gorgeous purple. And when you put it on, it is very clumpy. I found that it did make my lashes longer, which is great, but it is very clumpy, so you do need to like take your fingers or something and really like work it in. which I don't like because then you get it all over your hands. You risk getting it on your eyelids or your concealer that you already put on. And it's just not worth it because I feel like you can get a Maybelline mascara or a Benefit mascara or something cheaper. It will perform. You can get something cheaper than this and it will perform better. I hate to say this again because I really wanted to give this brand a good, fair shot, but I really did not like the Stila color correcting palette. It has every color that you need to color correct. I definitely used quite a few. You can see it's been used, definitely. However, I found it to not work well underneath my concealers and foundations. I don't know, I just found it to not really blend very well, and it just was a miss for me. I needed something that would do the trick but not ruin my foundation or concealer once I put that on top of it. Plus, if you use the green, it comes off so green. I mean, it's like you have a green on your face and you can't blend out that green color to offset the color it's supposed to offset. Like, you just get a green or you get a peach color. You don't get like a cancellation of colors. So I didn't find that was worth the money at all. Definitely not. I would go to the Naked brand and get theirs because they have a pretty good one. Or Bobbi Brown has a great color corrector. Just a classic nude color corrector that just gets rid of blemishes and everything like that. And it works fantastic underneath your concealer. And I recommend that one actually. Go Bobbi Brown or go home. Bobbi! Bobbi! I love when Whitney Houston would say, Bobbi! That's like my favorite line, and I will probably say that in the future whenever I mention Bobbi Brown. So get ready for it and start saying it. It's gonna be a tagline, hashtag Bobbi! Or something crazy. Oh my gosh, the brushes I hate the most are these ecosystem brushes or whatever. You can get them at like Walgreens or any drugstore. They look nice, but I just find they're not that great. I mean, they're good for a cheap brush. This one's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of their bigger ones or ones that I would need to use more often than this little tiny shitty thing would have a lot of fallout. And also, this one's soft, but I found it inconsistent with the brand. A lot of them, as I said, had fallout and were a lot more rough with blending. This one's a little bit softer. I just don't understand this. I think that's why I hate this, but it's the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I feel like it's not a quickie contour stick because you really can't just use this. This is like a base contour, but you still have to apply contour over it. So it's like a nice contour, cream contour, but I just feel like I had trouble blending it out. Whenever I would blend it out, it would pretty much blend all off where you could clearly see like a line. And I guess if I put this underneath another bronzer and use the bronzer, a powder bronzer on top of this to kind of set this, it might have made a difference, but I just don't find this to live up to its name then, because it's not a quickie contour stick. If you have to put a bronzing powder on top of it, then it's just not quick. It's double the work and double the time when I could just use a powder contour and get what I need immediately without having to spend another $35 to get an additional product that I don't necessarily need. So that was really disappointing because obviously I watched YouTube and a lot of these celebrities were like, oh my god, we went to the Benefit Island in Nectar and like we had like a great little time with Benefit and they like taught us how to use all these products and like the Hoola stick is amazing, you must get it and use it. And then I buy it and I'm like, this is kind of the shittiest contour cream stick I've ever used. No thank you, ma'am. No thank you. I will buy an Hourglass foundation stick and blend that shit out in a dark brown shade. Ooh, I have to take a poop. I thought this was a waste of my money. It's the Benefit Professional Shine Vanishing setting powder. I thought it would set and also get rid of shine. I just didn't find it to be a great setting powder. I didn't really find it to set my makeup at all. Like, it's a nice maybe like finishing powder, but it does not set it. Like, I still had lots of creasing, and honestly it brought out a lot of my dry spots. The last product that I just really do not like at all. I don't know why, like I really tried, I really did try, but it just doesn't work for me. It's the Hangover Primer by Too Faced. I don't know what it is about it. It just does not cooperate. I don't know, that sounds so funky. Cooperate. Underneath like my foundation. It just doesn't make my foundation look good. Maybe I don't leave it on long enough to dry, but I feel like it never dries down, and like it doesn't allow me to put on like a great base, in my opinion. Everything I say has to do with me, my skin, my experience, and if it works for you, it works for you. Bless you. Great for you, amazing, thank the Lord, whatever, preach, whatever. I'm glad it works for you. But it doesn't work for me the way I want it to work for me and the money I'm spending out of my pocket for these things. So keep that in mind. This is all my opinion. Because this is my channel, not yours. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and watching all my other videos. It really means a lot to me. So thank you. Stay tuned for another great video coming up soon. Yeah, I will catch you on the next one.